We're just talking about the moon. So the new moon and the full moon, we want to see what's happening with that this month. What are our opportunities for planting new seeds for manifestation, as well as reflecting on the last 6 months. The new moon at 24 degrees of Gemini. This is on June 14th at 10:53 p.m. Eastern Time. New moons are about planting seeds for new beginnings because it's in Gemini, mutable air. This is ruled by Mercury. It's about communication. It's about research and studies. What do we want to learn, research, study, understand? What are conversations that we want to be having? That is what we want to plant the seed about. We are forecasting for planting the seeds to be harvested on November 24th. And that is when we have the full moon in Gemini at 2 degrees. That's AM time. So it's in the morning for East Coast at around 10 o'clock. So another situation you want to check your time zone. We have the full moon at 8 degrees of Capricorn on June 29th at 7:56 p.m. Eastern Time. And it is at this lunation that we want to reflect back on the corresponding new moon that happened in Capricorn. And you're going to want to flip your calendar back to January 18th of this year. And think about it. We've been through a lot, but we want to find what have we accomplished? And we want to honor that progress, like true accomplishments. This can be in all areas of life, giving yourself a pat on the back, recognizing yourself. And you also can look at that 8 degree of Capricorn and find the specific house and find accomplishments in that area. If you had done a manifestation practice back in January, what had you planted seeds for? And see specifically, all right, did I do those things? Did I achieve those things? So there's a lot of different ways to map all of that out. Iris, how exactly can we take advantage of a full moon as opposite to a new moon? So I have talked about this. I have a lot of new moon and full moon videos across my YouTube channel. So you can literally click on any of those. But on the broad stroke here, for full moon, how I approach it is it's a gratitude practice. It's a reflection. We have full light that's illuminating. We want to see clearly, and we want to appreciate what's in the light. It's the connection with that sun energy. Okay, the sun is shining light upon it. What do we need to see? What is important for us? And if we're constantly in a state of new moon energy, of beginnings, of not wanting, but aspiring towards, of looking to call in, we have to appreciate the harvest. We have to shine that light and go, wait, I really did a lot here. This is great. Because that puts us at the high vibrational energy that then prepares us a couple weeks later to then plant a seed for something else that we want to call in. So we need to have both. So they work with each other because it's both of the luminaries. It's the sun and the moon. They're either in the same spot, connected, blocking the light, new moon, opposite sides of the chart, full moon, illuminating, but connected. And of course, all the phases are happening in between as they're shifting and moving around. But it's really from the moon moving because the sun moves a lot slower, 12 times as slow. So with the new moon, one of the things that I tend to do is I tend to clean, pick things up. You could organize music, sound healing, spray, scents, incense, things like that. You're looking to create room, create space, prepare for whatever it is that you want to call in. So you're giving yourself a clean slate in the dark of the night. And then you're looking to see what came about when you have that full moon, when the light is now on it. We have to consider where these are happening. So that's why I bring up, well, this is happening at 4 degrees of Gemini or whatever. Because if you want to look to see, okay, well, what is this activating? You can look in your chart to see, do you have any planets that are near or around it that are aspecting it from other signs. And that informs what it is that you're calling in. You think you're calling in something. Well, what does your chart say? What does your chart advise you about maybe what you should try to call in? And we can work with that energy. So when it comes to the new moons in particular, I always recommend that people consider the astrology. You don't have to, but it adds an extra layer when you can consider what this is picking up on. So you can work with it every single month. You have an opportunity. If you do manifestations with the moon, every month you can try to manifest something new. And then you check 6 months later when you have the full moon and say, well, how did that pan out?